All right. You know what? It's a board game show, and we need to play a board game because we had such a good time the last time. Glenn, you've been raving about your experience playing board games.
Like I talk about it nonstop in therapy.
It keeps you up at night. I've got a new game, Steve, in the time-honored tradition of Gumbo Live. We've got a new game to play tonight, which I'm calling LIARS. I was going to call it LIARS Bourbon. We're going to call it LIARS Cardboard.
Okay.
LIARS Cardboard.
I thought you almost botched the title up already.
LIARS Cardboard.
So
it's a twist on what we've been playing, though, Steve, in this continuing theme over 24, 20, 25 of using ChatGPT to do all of our work for us. What I've done is I have researched some crazy games out there. These are all from BGG. But I also asked ChatGPT to give me their ideas of some wacky board games. And you guys are going to have to decide which one is which. Is it a real board game that can be found on BGG, or is it a fake board game that ChatGPT came up with?
Okay. Awesome.
And so what I thought we'd do is I'll ask each of you in succession. I've got 10 of them, so you'll each get 5 questions, and we'll do the old, you say if it's a real one. If you're right, you get a point. The other person can try to get a point by agreeing with you, or 2 points if they disagree with you, right?
And then the audience, they score points by guessing who will get the answer right.
Yeah, chat crew, keep track of your score. See if you can beat Glenn and Steve. So the points are very simple. 1 point if you get it right, 0 points if you get it wrong. The other person guessing gets 1 point if they agree and they get it right, and 2 points if the other person gets it wrong. Are we ready?
Trying to find the real game.
Yep.
Not the ChatGPT game.
Well, no. So if I give you a game,
I see. It's not like head to head. You're going to describe something. We have to say yes or no. Real.
And the first one's going to be pretty simple. So
is it a title or a description?
I'm going to give you a title and a description.
Oh, okay.
So let's do the first one because I picked one that both of you are going to get. And by the way,
this is interesting because this is bourbon versus Scotch head to head.
Yes, it is.
This is a battle of liquids.
All right, so bourbon. Here's your first one, bourbon.
I'm just going to tell you, Steve. I'm yes, it's head to head, but I am at a 136 proof.
Oh,
yeah. Mine is 50.5 ABV, so I'm at 101.
Oh, okay. All right, so the first one. So and don't spoil it if you've heard of it, but you should have. If you listen to Dice Tower at all, you know this game. It's called UGTech. Players work in teams to construct functional structures out of materials lying around them. All the players are cavemen, so you can communicate only through primitive gestures and sounds. Bourbon, is that a real game?
I've never heard of that. I'm going to say not real.
Not real. Steve, what do you say? Is he right or not?
I'm going to say real game.
Chat crew, let's see what they think. It is actually a real game. UGTech is an actual real game. You talk in caveman talk while you try to build stuff.
Okay.
Evan got it wrong.
Okay.
All right.
So if I understand that, then
Steve
Glenn
gets 2 points.
Okay, gotcha. Then I'm doing the math right.
Steve
I had
2 points.
Inkling. It sounded familiar, but I didn't trust myself.
These are in random order, so Steve, you'll never know. Unacceptable.
Okay.
No, Kelly, it was not fake. UGTech is an actual game on BGG. And no cheating, you two. No looking at BGG. Are we ready?
Okay.
I can't even read.
So Scotch, here is your game.
Okay.
Ready? It's called Zombie Tofu, a survival game where you're a vegetarian trying to outlive hordes of tofu-eating zombies who only crave plant-based brains. I love that.
Oh, God.
Is that a real game, Steve?
I'm going to say no.
All right,
real
Glenn.
game.
Bourbon, is he right? Jack Crew, is he right? Kelly says
at this point, I have to disagree with Steve to
score
a point. So I'm going to game this and say it's true.
So you think it's true? Okay.
I think it's false, but I'm going to say true.
But you're taking a better chance of having double points.
You get a point. You're going to be losing track. Okay.
All right. I'm going to say it's not true then. All right. So you're saying I'm staying closer. Double or nothing. I'm saying I'm going to say.
I like the double or nothing. That's what I would do. I go double or nothing. And good news, Glenn, you were wrong. It is false. It is not a real game.
Okay.
So Steve gets a point.
By the way, you know what? I'm sure like me, you're on Facebook or whatever, and there are so many games, so many ads for games.
Oh my God, there's so many.
That I'm telling you, like 70% AI made. They're out of nowhere. They're crazy by people you never heard of.
Yeah.
They must be
with content creators I've never heard of at all, not even a little.
Yeah.
Wow.
If even, you know, it kind of blows my mind. But
Yep.
Never had a Kickstarter before. I see that all the time.
Oh, Berla just posted in the chat. She only has 5 minutes, so we got to get her in and out of here.
Okay.
I'm a little late on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking news. BJ slow.
Breaking news. Berla only has 5 minutes. Okay. So yeah, that's right. Evan was right. It is fake. Kelly got a point also. So let's go with number 3. Are you ready, Bourbon?
I'm ready.
Grandma's Curse. The family reunion turns sinister as you must outsmart your cursed grandma and avoid her wickedly strong bingo card powers. Real game?
So this is almost bordering on Family Hort, who is a dead grandma haunting a family of farmers. But I'm going to say this one is false. This doesn't exist.
Really?
This only lives in BJ's demented mind, from which all...
Evan's going for the 2-pointer. He says it's got to be true.
I think I'm going to be with Evan on that one. If it's not true, I want it to be true. Grandma's cursed bingo card. I can just see her making like ninja stars out of the bingo card, shooting them around the room. I'm going to say yeah, it's a game.
Evan says it's true. Kelly says fake. Steve, I've got good news. It's fake. Grandma's Curse is fake. Glenn was right. Well, the good news is for Glenn, not you, Steve.
Yeah. You said there was good news. You didn't say who it was for.
I didn't say who it was for, right?
Yeah.
All right, back to Scotch.
Back to Scotch.
All right, the next one.
Hi, laddie. It's back to Scotch.
How about this one? Penguin Brawl. Fight to the top of the iceberg in a chaotic battle between competitive penguins armed with fishy weapons. Now, that's a game I want to play.
I will say yes, game.
Evan says real.
I will say that train of thought is so linear and logical, it's going to be true. Chat GPT would give you something like, Death's peanut butter sandwich or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you're right, because there would be some kind of little twist on it. And Glenn is right. It is not a game. It is a fake game.
Man.
Kelly, that's not a vote. She says it sounds real. That's
all right. So neither of us got that one.
That is a hedge. That's not a bet. That's not a vote. You have to vote, Kelly. You have to take a position one way or the other. Okay, so who got a point on that one?
We both said game, and it's not a game.
Yeah.
So nothing for either of us.
No point. Back to bourbon.
Back to bourbon.
The next one on the list: Shifty Eye Spies. Face off in a stealthy competition of covert communication. Use a wink to signal that you have a delivery for another spy, then await their eye shift, but be discreet. If anyone intercepts you, the mission is blown. Real game?
These are really tough. I'm going to say,
Steve, this is a keeper, man. I love this game.
Guess myself as soon as I say it. I'm going to say it's real, but this game has like two reviews on BGG. One, neither has comments, and one of them was posted before the game even came out.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
One of them's a 10 and one of them's a 0, and both of them were never played it.
The second one was a 1 because he just bombed it because
Glenn, you said it's a game?
He
I'm
says
it's a game.
Yeah.
I'm going to say not a game.
Not a game?
I'm going to say not a game.
Congratulations. It is actually a game, Steve.
All right.
It's a true game.
None for me.
Oh, no. I said it was a game.
I know.
He's just being BJ. He's saying, congratulations, you lose. This is... Pay no attention to the man behind the
One of us actually has been hitting the bottle.
I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm totally wired right now. All right. Are we on to Scotch?
It's back to me.
It's Scotch time. You ready?
Tie ball game, by the way. Halftime tie ball game.
Okay. So those were the warm-up. These are the toughest. These are the toughies. I had trouble with these. The next one on the list, Space Hamster. As an intergalactic hamster, you must conquer planets, hoard space seeds, and avoid, say that 3 times fast, and avoid the terrifying interspecies war against alien cats. So basically it's hamsters versus cats. It's like kelp, So what do you think, Steve? Real game?
Oh, God.
Kelly says real.
I'm gonna put faith in Kelly. I'm gonna go with Kelly and say real.
Glenn.
So Space Hamsters reminds me of my game Space Dice, which became
Siege of Valeria. Yeah.
Which is having a reprint this year.
Oh, congratulations, man.
I hope you all sign up. You can get it in your favorite language. Space Hamster is fake.
Space Hamster is fake, he says. So Kelly says real. Evan has not voted yet.
Processed cheese
I
product.
haven't been tracking Kelly and Evans.
No, they're keeping track.
Hope they're tracking their own. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to wait on Evan on this one. Space Hamster, who said it was real?
I honestly don't recall what I said. Did I say it was real? I said real. Yeah,
Steve
I followed Kelly. Kelly said real.
Yeah, Steve said you went with Kelly. Wayne says fake, and congratulations, Wayne is right. It's a fake game. Space Hamster is not real. It should be real, though. It should be a real game.
Should it be real?
So that's a point for Wayne. Yep.
You would play that?
That's for Glenn, too.
I liked kelp. I would play a hamster version of kelp. I really liked kelp. Kelp was fun.
What's your view on a safe space for all my books?
That is a cool looking game. There's like 2 people here that backed it, so I'm going to get a chance to play it. What do you think?
That one has like so many backers. First of all, Kurt at Smirk and Dagger is just a lovely man.
Yeah,
I'm so glad he has that success. I've heard the game
might be as big as Kickstarter ever, huh?
It's got to be almost everybody's. 14,000 backers.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Almost $1 million. Yeah,
that's insane. I would love to know how he did that because, crowdfunding does best. Well, first of all, it's shifting. More people are investing in GameTown, but on Kickstarter, which I think is where this is.
It's the theme, though. The theme is
usually
chill.
It's usually Euros though that do the big numbers.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm surprised. I mean, it's a gentle game. I think it rubs the gentle vibe. It surprises me. I would just love to know the Midas touch that he has to make that huge. I don't know what he did, or it was just luck. The right game at the right time kind of took me by surprise.
I'm happy for Kurt though. He's been around for forever. He'll go on any podcast. He talks to people. He's awesome at conventions. Just a great guy.
Gosh. He sat down for over an hour to play one of my prototypes. He had no reason to. He's a busy guy. It was great feedback. Everyone at the table actually had a great time with that game. And you know what happened to it? I don't know. I forgot and I lost it somewhere.
Oh, no.
Oh, well.
It'll come back. All right. So we only have a few left. And they're getting tougher. Whose turn is it?
Yeah. Okay. It's back to Glenn because I said game.
All right. So back to bourbon. Here's the next game on the list. It's called Hey Pa, There's a Goat on the Roof.
False.
Here's
I don't even need to hear it.
Okay. Steve, do you want to hear the description to decide?
Yeah, sure.
There's a farm and there's players and they use goat playing pieces to collect tin cans from the goat pen to score. Player with the most cans wins. Is that a real game? Glenn says no. Emphatically no.
That reminds me of when I was in Ireland and my uncle said to my sister, he's like, here's a piece for you. Look at this thing you won't find. She's like, oh my goodness, what is this? He's like, it's a goat dropping. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will agree with Glenn and say no game.
All right, chat crew, what do you think? So they both say it's not a game. Hey, Pa, there's a goat on the roof. I am sorry to disappoint both of you. You can actually buy Hey, Pa, there's a goat on the roof. There's a copy of it on BGG. No, Wayne, it is a real game. Hey, Pa.
I can't believe that there's a copy that remains unsold.
Yeah.
You can buy it.
By the way, I'm really happy Kelly Jean's here.
Kelly says she quit. Sorry, Kelly. It is an actual real game. Hey, it's on BGG.
Man, I'll tell you, if that doesn't tell you
good.
how low the bar to entry is in the gaming industry,
it
hate the
tells
game.
You.
I'm glad they're creative.
Yep. Somebody made a good game. It just wasn't this one.
Somebody else next up, this one. Right.
It is Steve's turn.
It's back to me.
Scotch. All right, Scotch. We're bringing out the big hammers now. Are you ready, Paul?
Or the big hamsters?
No, we did that one already.
We did that one already.
This one is called Crow's Overkill, but that's the translated name. The actual name is I Would Kill All the Crows in the World to Sleep with You in the Morning. The game is players role-play guests in a red light district. Many birds gather in front of each player. Kill or move the birds to prevent the birds from crying. Because if birds in front of a player cry, that player must leave the red light district to go home.
Game.
Oh, man. Oh. Steve.
Game.
Real game. Real.
I'm going to agree with Steve because I don't think ChatGPT would say it was a translated title. I don't think it's that sophisticated.
Okay.
There is a game called Crow's Overkill. I don't know if it's this game. But
Steve, why do you? So that's why, because you kind of remember.
I said,
okay.
I've recognized that title. That is a game. I don't know if it's what you're describing, but there is a game called Crow's Overkill.
I am curious about what the Chat Crow thinks about this one. The Chat Crow. Did you hear that? I said the
Chat Crow.
Yeah. Actually, it is a real game. So and actually a well-respected game over there in Asia. Yeah, it's supposedly a really good game.
It what comes market does it say? Is it like Korean markets or?
I'll see if I can put the link in the show if I can. And that is actually, it's from a song title or a poem that has those lyrics, a really melancholy, sad thing about what he would do, and this dream sequence about moving the birds so they don't cry. Strange, but it's true. Good job. So both of you guys get a point. Congratulations.
Okay. I was trying to figure out how to sell it as not a game and still say it was a game because I need to catch up.
We only have two left.
There's only two left, and if I'm just double checking here,
but the last one's all the points.
Oh, the last one is the one that's the BJ special.
We'll see. You guys are doing well. I might not mess it up, but is it close between the two of you?
It is close. I think Glenn has me by 2.
Okay. All right, Bourbon, back to you. Ninja Burrito Battle Royale. Compete in a high-stakes tortilla-flinging showdown to become the ultimate ninja burrito master while avoiding exploding salsa traps.
This sounds like something that Exploding Kittens puts out. I'll say true because I don't think anyone. That sounds fun. You know what? I love Happy Salmon. My sister-in-law was in Five and Below, and they're selling Slappy Salmon. Oh. So I would not be surprised if this was some type of knockoff, and you can
throw burrito kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I see that. I'm tempted to agree with you, but I have to play contrary to catch up. So I'm going to say no game.
All right. So Glenn didn't convince you?
Well, I kind of agree with him, but I think I need, with 2 left, I have like 1 chance to catch him.
Good move. It is a fake game. Sorry, Glenn. It's not a real game. Are we tied up?
We are tied up.
Ooh, wow. So I don't have to do any fakery here.
High drama.
So we could have a guaranteed tie. Whatever I say, you say the same thing. We split it and BJ loses, which is what always happens. Or you got to go contrary and try to, risk it for the biscuit.
All right. So it is Scotch's turn. Okay. That's right. If Glenn just goes opposite of Steve and he's right,
there will be a winner. If Glenn goes opposite, Glenn goes up, we'll have a decision.
Okay. Are we ready? Steve?
No, we weren't ready not to go, BJ.
The final test. Here we go.
All
this one is called Cows Can't Dance, but They Like to Be Asked. It's a card game where cows and bulls dance, but only by invitation. You pair a cow card with a bull card to earn extra points. Match dancers of the same suit, and you earn even more points for each pair on your dance floor. The player with the most points wins. Oh, I was hoping you guys are paying attention.
Very interesting. Okay. It's almost like a crazy 8, like something you could just do with a regular deck of cards.
Yeah.
Steve?
But we're talking hobby.
Real game? All these games are either on BGG because they're real, or they're not on BGG because they're not real.
Right.
So there are no games that are real that aren't on BGG. There are also no games that are not real that are
you
on
trying to
BGG.
confuse us? What is this disclaimer?
He's not trying. He's succeeding.
There are no games not on BGG that are real.
Please don't
There are
write
no
books.
not games that are not on BGG that are not real in some not similar universe.
That's right.
I kind of agree with Glenn here that this kind of has a classic card gamey kind of vibe that someone just said, I want to draw some cows and make new cards. So I'm going to say game.
All right. Well, then you forced my hand.
I have.
Not real.
Do you really think it's not real? Or are you just saying lamp because you think we want to hear lamp?
You're deep diving into the salt lakes of unpopular games. I mean, it does sound like it could just be like a Dutch Blitz or something, you know. I think in my heart it might be real. Dang. Dang.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Cows can't dance, but they like to be asked.
Look at that G2 Games logo.
Yeah.
What does that look like to you? Doesn't it? What game? Isn't that a ripoff of a?
Oh yeah, the ones that are in the targets and all that.
Yeah. Not what's it? Game Right.
Yeah, that's a total Game Right ripoff.
It totally looks like a Game Right knockoff.
Well,
what year was this put out?
Now I want to know. Let's see. It is Game Right. Yeah.
Oh, it is Game
Right.
Oh, okay.
So all right. So that's actually pretty good eyesight there, picking up that it was that.
Yeah, that's great. Yep. I guess it's the early thing for Game Right. G2 Games. It's designed by Monty Stambler. It gets a very impressive 5.1.
It's like right in the middle. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's Goldilocks. It's just.
Well, what's amazing is in only 29 years, it's amassed 42 ratings.
42 ratings. Hey, you know what? We shouldn't dog Monty Stambler.
No, of course
This
not.
person has the 25,051th rated board game on BGG, and I don't. Now, Glenn, you're higher than that, I'm sure, right?
Who knows?
Should we check? Should we check?
Don't.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, check. Let's see. Let's see how.
Okay, Steve.
Okay, before you look it up, what do you think its score is?
I need you to commit, Steve.
Are you asking about your score for Valeria Can't Siege, but it likes to be attacked?
Is it higher though? Is Siege of Valeria higher or lower than Cows Can't Dance, but they like to be?
Oh, is this the tiebreaker? I gotta go with Glenn and say it's got to have this beat.
I've got to have it beat. I would say it's above a 7.
I'm going to give it above. I'm going to give it above a 7, and it's higher rank than Cows Can't Dance. I feel like that's a pretty.
I like your confidence.
Let's see.
7.
Oh my God, a 7.7 ranked in the top 5,000 of all board games ever produced. Wow.
Nice.
All right.
Congratulations.
Oh, and it says there's another publisher. Who's the other publisher?
Let's see. Schwerkraft Verlag.
Oh, how about that? All right. I'm going to have to check my royalty checks.
You said there was a new version coming out with different companies, right?
There are. I thought it was Spanish. I don't know.
Cows the Dead Can't Dance. Oh yeah. So wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome. All right, let me get off of this thing. So that was going back to Siege of Valeria, of course, but that was what are we calling this? The LIARS
cardboard.
LIARS cardboard. Not bad, Glenn.
Congratulations, Steve.
I thank you. We should call this liquid LIARS because it was definitely bourbon and scotch.
Oh, liquid LIARS.
But you have to actually have had some before you play the game.
Yeah, I think
it actually makes the game more functional.
So okay.